Yesterday, we talked about how big countries are getting involved in XRP. Well, in this video, we're going to be talking about why 10,000 XRP is the magic number. Price is set, and some very, very interesting things when it comes to the Ripple team that you need to know, because this thing is going global and it's not going to stop. All of that in this video. If you're bullish on XRP, you want to see more content like this, hit that like and subscribe button. Let's get into it. So a really interesting point coming here from XRP Avenger, given his view around gold price fixing and how that relinks back into XRP, and the fact that a lot of people believe that the financial sector is going to run you and I out of XRP. They're going to basically buy it all, use it to interact through the banking system, and it will no longer be available to the public. XLM then kind of comes in with the opportunity that many people have. And it's a really interesting point here where they talk about liquidity, and we know that XRP's been building these big partnerships with corporate institutions, massive liquidity providers, as well as adopting XRPL and much, much more. So this is a really, really interesting point. I'm just going to play the clip. Let's listen.
When we talk about the price of XRP, we have to look at the debt. And central banks have an incentive to dissolve that debt right now. And they found a solution, which is blockchain. They actually are going to, in my opinion, based on the research, and also I can confirm this, that the International Monetary Fund has already agreed on a price before all this integration started to happen. So this was a few years ago. They agreed upon a price, and I got a lot of information from Linda P. Jones has a friend who worked at the Central Bank of Australia, and she said that they agreed upon a price, and it's in the thousands. Now, when we again talk about the XRP price, we have to look at the global debt, the incentive for central banks to dissolve global debt, in fact, also to utilize this liquidity, source of liquidity from XRP to facilitate, transparency. Moving into the digital economy, this is what they're going to be using. XRP is a financial instrument to serve the global economy.
So let me know what you think. XRP's price fixing in the thousands. Is that what we're going to see? The price of gold is adjusted twice a day. Could XRP, given it will be adopted by the financial sector, is it better that the volatility is then removed? A lot of people believe XRP can't go mainstream because of the fact it's a cryptocurrency, because of the fact that it's incredibly volatile. Now, we do know RLUSD is going to come as well as being a partner to that, but this I thought was very, very interesting. Now, before we go any further, I want to just double back on something. Lots of people still believe that XRP is going to go to zero. Lots of people believe that XRP is just this big scam that's not going to do anything. I want to just dive a little bit into who sits behind this team. So not only do we have this adoption and this integration into the financial sector, but I just wanted to showcase some of the people that sit behind it, and I guess what they've done in the past. So Rosie Rios here, one of the directors who sits on the board of advisors. Well, guess what? She served as the 43rd Treasurer of the United States and ultimately was the CEO of the Bureau of Engraving and Printing at the US Mint, including Fort Knox. Now, that's a pretty interesting statement. Sadie O'Connor here sits on the same. Well, guess what? Sadie O'Connor is also a balance sheet and risk management expert. And actually, she was the chief regulatory officer for JP Morgan Chase. I mean, again, a very big corporation in which she was in. And the list goes on and on. Anja here, she was a co-founder and partner along with the former Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice, former National Security Advisor Stephen Hadley, and former Secretary of Defense Robert Gates. And ultimately, they were the strategic consulting firm to help the US companies navigate international markets. Very interesting. I could go on and go on with all of the list of some of these people have done and how they link directly back into not only government entities, but actually really deep-rooted financial institutions. And I still think this is so important. And I also think this is why Brad has built this team, because they will have people they can connect to, links they can get back into, and more importantly, people that they can connect with. And that's why when we see things like this, it all, in my opinion, starts to make sense. These are over 1,700 contracts which were agreed with the banking sectors, financial institutions, all of which were specific agreements under 4 categories. Contracts with Ripple, which were directly transferring XRP. Contracts around counterparties agreed to sell XRP on behalf of Ripple. Contracts of which Ripple paid for various counterparty services, and miscellaneous contracts. And again, alleged 1,700 NDAs between Ripple and major banks, financial institutions, and companies. And when you start to think about that team that we talked about, well, this would make complete and perfect sense. Take a look at what's going on in terms of supply and exchanges. Again, something that people don't really talk about. It's coming down. Aligned with Bitcoin, XRP is running out on exchanges. Yes, you will say, well, there's a ton in the escrow 2-bit. I know there is. But look, these are exchange outflows. The escrow, given those contracts, what's the agreement that's been made? How much is being aligned to go out to some of these institutions? But I thought this was really important. And more importantly, you can see the kind of salmon color line. These are whale transactions, which are reducing. People are holding it. They're not selling like we've seen before. So at the start of the video, I said about Japan coming. I said about what was going to be important. And right now, 10,000 XRP. Well, how is that going to help you? Well, current price obviously trading around 56. We'll take a look at the chart. But you look at this. This is how much sits out, excuse me, how much sits out there. And again, if you had 10,000 XRP, you're going to sit in the 5% category of the top 5% holding XRP. Very interesting. Around 265,000 wallets holding 5%. And again, this is all about the fact that, well, XRP is going to run out. Lots of people believe that if the financial market is going to come in, as we all do, then 10,000 XRP, it's definitely a number you're going to want to hold. And it's not that much to get hold of right now. About 5.5K or just under is going to set you free in terms of what's coming for the future. Very, very interesting to think about. So let's take a look at the price action. Bitcoin just struggling a little bit as we close out the day here. And then what is going on with XRP? Well, we continue to see this consolidation phase aligned to above the moving averages, which is very good news, in fact. And we're starting to consolidate in a tighter range, which normally signifies a breakout. Now, are we going to get a break to the upside or a break to the downside? That's the big question. The downside is going to be more difficult. You can see here the slower 50 simple moving average about to cross the 200 exponential moving average, giving us a positive upward trend. Equally, this tightening bull flag, perfectly aligned to the mass there, could absolutely signify a further push to the upside. Again, retesting these high ranges of around 61 and 66 cents. So look out for what's coming this week. But in my opinion, there is lots behind Ripple that simply people don't understand, and what they don't know, they don't like. And I think this is very, very different. So let's make sure we share this video. Let's make sure people understand exactly what this team is, what they're doing, and what's coming for XRP. And let me know. Have you got 10,000 XRP? Drop it in the comments. Let me know if you've got it or not. I'd appreciate that. And as always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. If you enjoy this XRP content, smash that like button. You guys have been killing it right now. So let's break 500 likes on this video. Would really appreciate it. But as ever, thank you so much. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.